Good morning. It is Saturday and this is my favorite time of the day to get up and start the day completely fresh. It's like a clean slate and I don't know, I just feel so grateful every morning. And I love coffee. I love coffee so much. I love it. I do. My dad loved coffee, and my mom does, and my sister. So, Jason, he says that he likes it, but I've never really seen him drink it, except for maybe once or twice. But I'm one of those who is addicted. I'm addicted to coffee, and that's okay with me. I am going to an ultrasound today to see my grandbaby. That is exciting. That's so exciting. I want to see this little boy. I can't wait to hold a newborn again. Grandchildren are so special. So that beautiful building, you see how some of the offices upstairs have the little balcony that you can come out onto. I love that. Oh, I think my daughter's here. The ultrasound was amazing. It really was. They're so different than what we had years ago when I was having my babies. You can see so many features now, and when we could just see that sweet little face, I know my daughter is so excited, and I'm so very excited for her. I'm just enjoying the wildlife, the birds. I did pick up some bird seed while I was out. They go through it so quickly here. And then I'm going to get busy and work in my shop a little bit. Let's take the compost out. I've been filling up this bag with dirt. That's where we're throwing the new scraps. I love old bowls, all sorts of antique bowls, wash basins and enamelware. I love all of it. Anyway, I probably should have dug that trench a little deeper, but it'll be okay. When we fill this up, I'll probably dig a trench over here and put the soil on top of that. I think I have enough in this area for 3 trenches. I'm in the workshop and I just happened to look out the door. I had to just say hello from my little kitchen corner. The microwave is gone. Look at my hair. This is fresh out of the shower hair. I worked in the yard some this afternoon and I am all clean and excited about eating dinner. What are we having? We are having hot dogs. I cut up an onion. Woo woo. And we've got toasted. They're going to be toasted with butter. Going into the oven, and let me show you what I made. And look at this. This is slaw. I love slaw. Good morning, my friends. It is Sunday morning. I've had my coffee this morning, although I might have to make another a cup later to power me through the day because I have a lot I need to get done. This is breakfast. I am very thankful for this. I made a big bowl of slaw yesterday, and that's one of my favorite things to eat. I think my body craves cabbage sometimes. Oh, I have to sit down for a minute. I just made some iced coffee. This is instant coffee. Oh, feels like there's a hair across my face, and there we go, I got it. Probably can't see it, but I can feel it. Let me just take these off. I've had these on so much today. Oh, the days go by so fast. I've done a lot today, and there's so much more I wanted to do. I've planted radishes, and what else did I do? Filled up the bird feeders. I've watered everything in the back. In order to plant the radishes, I had to gather up some containers, which means that I had to do some cutting. There goes a squirrel. I've worked with the compost, breaking up some soil to use. It's been a good day. I've seen a lot of creatures in the yard today. That's nice. I always love that. Earlier today, I shared my breakfast, which was a big bowl of slaw. So good. Just grated cabbage, carrot. We put a little bit of lemon juice. It's got mayonnaise. I love Duke's mayonnaise. And it had quite a bit of vinegar, salt, and pepper. Pickles. We chopped up some pickles and pickle juice. It's really good. It's really tart, but I put the tiniest bit of sugar, like maybe a teaspoon for that whole bowl, so it might not have done anything. And I had my orange, and I wanted to share a thought, and I moved the camera where I could talk to you, and then when I looked back at it, you couldn't see me. You couldn't see my head. You could just see my hands waving around, and I thought, this is ridiculous. I have to do this again. So I'm sitting down now with my iced coffee, my instant coffee with almond milk and a little bit of ice and a little bit of honey. And I want to tell you the thought that I had, the thought that I wanted to share with you. When we eat, when we feed ourselves, we're feeding a voice. And the voice, the most common one is, I'm hungry. Your body needs nutrition, it needs protein, it needs energy, so you get this feeling, it's primal. You need to eat. It makes your stomach hurt. For me, I think I've come to the conclusion that I have always been feeding, in addition to that, I've been feeding other emotions or voices within me. And I always, in my 23-year marriage, and with the gardening and the house and the kids and just a lot of the books that I had, I always tried to eat healthy. I cooked for 6 people for a long time, my husband, myself, and 4 children. So I cooked big meals. We ate a lot of venison, which was nice. And I did a lot of cooking, a lot of potatoes and dried beans. I made salads. We did use some store-bought canned vegetables. We had snacks. I mean, when you've got kids, I also made a lot of snacks. I made cookies, I made oatmeal cookies, I made cakes and pies. We never had soda in the house, ever. We had sweet tea, but we used very little sugar. And I didn't drink a lot of it. I didn't like a lot of sweet drinks, but we had coffee. In addition to wanting to be healthy, I think I felt like I had to eat healthy. I mentioned that when I left that place, I had some of the darkest thoughts. I thought that I wouldn't live a year. And to be in that place, to be in a place where you're in such a desperate, dark bath of emotion, it drives you to make decisions. And I think that I felt like I had to eat healthy because it was the only way I could survive. And I feel I benefited from those food choices. If I had eaten really badly, and I'll have a glass of wine. I'm about a 1 glass person. I've never been a big drinker, outside of a few stupid things in high school. I've never been a big drinker, and I'm really grateful to my mother for that good example. So that also was part of my diet. And I would also take spells where I didn't even want a glass of wine. And we didn't have wine in the house, really. I'm making it sound like, we had wine with dinner. We didn't. But I would take spells of a year where, even if other people were having a glass of wine out for a holiday meal, I declined because I wanted to take care of myself. And I also wanted a clean lifestyle. Just even choices and examples for my kids. Fast forward to now, and I've gained some weight. Now, there's pros and cons to that. I used to be too skinny, but I also like being thin. I'm about 155 to 160 right now. My favorite weight is about 135. When I'm really, really on the skinny side, I'm in the low 120s. That's too skinny. Some of this weight is coming from bad food choices. Now, we're eating really good. We cook good meals. Jason loves to grill. He loves to cook. I like to cook. I've brought gluten back into my diet. I was gluten-free for a long time, and I think I need to cut back on that. I said I know, but I feel like it would be good to cut back on that. And we eat healthy. We eat a lot of vegetables. The current situations have made it a little bit more difficult to eat as healthy as we should. But in addition to those healthy meals, I have really, really been reveling in happy choices like ice cream at night. And it's like an extension of this place that I've gotten to in life where I'm healing and I'm in a very safe emotional place, and I have support. There are no negative feelings here. There's no jealousy, there's no anger, there's no envy. For the most part, I think Jason and I treat each other with, I want to treat him respectfully. He treats me so respectfully, I want to treat him respectfully. And that is pretty much the song. That's the background music to our life. I love that. I love it. Anyway, I do not need to eat a big bowl of ice cream every night, and especially late at night. I am feeding a voice within me that's saying, be happy, be happier, and even happier. You're happy. You're in a place of healing and being able to make decisions that bring joy without, being yelled at, or or you're being this or you're being that, walking on eggshells. I'm just saying, be happy. Let's eat 1,000 calories before bedtime. They're happy choices, but the consequences are not feeling so happy. So I really, really have been having this thought come to me over and over that we feed voices within ourselves. We can feed a voice of insecurity or doubt or self-hatred, self-loathing, desperation, helplessness. I think I need to really pay attention to why I'm eating what I'm eating. It could change my choices a lot. And I know that's a long thought, but I think there's a very basic, it would be cool to be a dietitian, I think, the more I learn about food. There's a really basic side to cravings and just the physiologic part of your body telling you need vitamin B, or you need salt, or you need protein, your brain's not functioning. There's that side, and then there's the side where we run to food for comfort, or we deprive ourselves because of wanting to reach a certain end goal. And sometimes it's not health, it's emotional. I'll say again, I think a lot of my healthy eating choices it was survival. I felt like I didn't have room to make a bad choice. And maybe deep within my body, I knew that the weight of emotional sickness, that might have capsized the whole boat. Eating bad on top of that. So, that's that thought. I'm going to get back to work with paper packs. It's Sunday evening, getting dark, kind of get that afternoon or evening sun going down, and we're back at the compost. And that's where I made slaw last night. Those pieces of lettuce look pretty good, but there was some marks where they had kind of been chopped into. They're a little darker on the other side. And that is from some herbal tea and infusion I made. I had already strained it out to get my portion, and I just poured water over this to make a tea for the compost. So I don't want to waste anything. Got some good stuff in there.
It is Monday morning. It's really like brunch time, and this is breakfast. We've been so good about eating everything that we have. Jason said this has changed us forever. I finished up the slaw. These cucumbers and onions came from the barbecue place. I couldn't eat all of them last night because they were kind of spicy. And I just had my fill and then saved this. And then there's a golden delicious apple cut up. I don't like apples, and maybe I'll talk more about apples at some point. But I just wanted to show you my breakfast and tell you we're being really, really good and using up everything that we have. We're not throwing anything out. I am going to finish up this 3-day vlog with just a thought about labeling the plants that I have out there. Once upon a time when I had my old garden, I was so creative with markers and things like that, and I had taken clay and made these really beautiful plant markers and stained them. The names of the plants were etched into the clay, and then I baked it, and they were on different pieces of silverware. I would buy old things like this, which this is why I have this. I was hoping to turn it into something. I wonder if you could write directly on that. I might try that, but I have to keep things simple for the moment. Look at this. That says sedum. So that must be where I planted some sedum. I don't know if you can see it. It's etched into the metal with some letter stamps that I had for jewelry working. I don't have those stamps anymore. I think I sold them when I had my retail shop. I didn't use them a lot, honestly. I had thought about getting into some metal work, and I still would love to, but I already have so much on my plate. I need to be careful. Marking some of these plants, though, I don't want to put the, I don't think I want to put the inked ones into what we're going to eat. But I did want to mark a few things. Gourds, I've got some of those planted, and they haven't come up yet. Gourds on one side and gourd on the other. Oops, I think I have 4 pots of gourd seeds. And I know by the end of the season these are going to be bleached out, and you may not even be able to read them. I know the ink could run, but for now, I'm having fun with this. What else do I have? Oh, all of my radishes. So let's do 3 for radishes. We've got gourds, radishes. I know I planted a pepper, and that's why I have all my seeds with me. So it was a sweet banana pepper. They have not come through the ground yet, and that came from the Dollar Tree, maybe. They're current seeds. They're through the year 2020, but it says it can take 10 to 20 days to germinate. So I have hope. I have hope in every single seed. I was so brave. In some of my pots, I only planted 1 seed, and I'm trusting it to come up. So let's say sweet banana pepper. Oh, I've got nasturtium. Jason and I are learning together, which is one reason I want to mark everything. I want us to know what's out there for sure, and I want him to know what's there. So let's see, I've got 2 places with nasturtium, the pepper, the radishes, the gourds, pea plants. And those were Progress number 9 peas. Progress 9 peas. I know I think I planted 2 of those seeds and only 1 has come up. So one of them maybe is not viable. The pepper, the peas, maybe that is it for now. I'm going to go put these out.